dream. I'm in this house, né? And these dogs are there, and I see this dog again is there, and I see a much more closer look. It's old, you know. And then I'm in this people's house, this white people's house. The fucked up part is that I'm like, these dogs are like almost surrounding me, you know. I'm in the house. I don't know how I got there. And I see these people now. They also see me like, oh. Then I'm like, I realize, nah, if these dogs decide to attack me now, I'm fucked, like total. So I say to this person, I'm like, yo, please help me. Because obviously they can see that, hey,
something is going on
your
here.
dog is like right here in my face. I don't know how it got in your house, but hey. So I don't know how I saw this now. These people are not gonna help me. I made my way out, walk slowly, because it seemed like I think the dog was cool or whatever. I walked out the house. Then they started wilding. Then I ran. Then all the other small ones came and bit me. That's it. I ran. Yeah, there's always this point in my dreams where I'm like, I decide to face whatever it is.
But what do you think these dogs represent, though, to you?
These brown dogs like my dog there at home, but big. And I have a neighbor close by that has dogs exactly like that also. It's just too confusing.
And I think that dream might be closer to you than you think. If your neighbor has similar dogs, then yeah, I think it might be closer to you than you think.
Close in what sense?
Hey, your neighbor you said that these dogs similar to what your neighbor has.
Yeah.
So then there might be a representation of that neighbor as well, in terms of what they're doing or what's in their house. Have you been in their house before?
No, is that neighbor? You see the one you said they do drugs there? Or you find drugs? See that house there? Yeah.
Oh, and that's pretty much, if I detected that, then that means there is a spirit there. Some kind of a spirit, which means then, if that's the case, because if you think about it, dogs by nature are guards. So in all likelihood, I'm just seeing this butterfly here. In all likelihood, they are guarding something that these people don't want you to see. Isn't it? Isn't it what dogs are for? They guard the properties. Okay, yeah, there's also a part of them that is...
And I had a vibe earlier when I was inside there.
that they're guarding something.
It's extent to say, nah, even though people can see that, I don't know how I got there.
Yeah.
But they're playing it cool, but they're not really on my side.
Yeah, they don't want to overreact.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
That's exactly what it was.
Probably wondering how is this guy getting
I
his
said
house.
help like that. And still, I know busy. There's no ways. They don't want to overreact. I saw it to make my way out.
Yeah, which means they're probably hiding something. Something to be hidden. But if you somehow got yourself in the house, it means the spirit put you in there already for some reason. And all you have to do is get yourself out. Most likely, I don't detect anything here in this place. It's quiet. So either there's nothing around here, or we've come at the wrong time, or we have to wait until we get to the top. So that's the question. Let's keep going this way. See where it takes us. Yeah, those are some nice houses. Are those houses there, what? Yeah.
Really nice house.
Sure. Clouds, nothing. Borrow, nothing. Okay, now I hear something. But it's coming from the house, it's not from the, even those birds. It's coming from the houses, not from the environment itself. So I assume then there's something to do there.
Back entrance.
Back entrance. So these people can even get in here whenever they want. How nice for them. Reminds me of a snake. When last did you see a snake, dude? Yeah, I know you like your snakes.
I don't know.
You watched that program of that guy who catches those snakes in KZN there? It's on National Geographic.
Snakes in the city.
Snakes in the City, yeah. I was watching him yesterday, but yesterday for some reason they were arresting I don't know if it's a crocodile or an alligator or what, but they were trying to catch one to relocate it. So I don't know if it's branching out or that's just also part of what it does already. There's a whole crocodile.
That thing now. I'm not sure about this, but now my mind is saying is that white man I was in his house. Is that manager from Outdoor Warehouse?
Same one or similar spirit? Same
I
guy?
see the same guy.
Yeah.
I see the same guy. He was there with a cup of tea when he had just filmed.
Sure. So you've met the guy before? At Outdoor you've met him?
Yeah, I met him a day after you, man.
So, dude. So there you go then.
No, but the thing is, it's not as crystal clear, you know. Sometimes,
Yeah.
you know,
Sometimes dreams you have to put the pieces together. Because I get you only seeing in parts. So the rest of it will come. The rest of it will come. Because that's how I see it. When I dream. Like for me, for instance, yet like people will come and sit here for some reason.
Huh?
So I feel like someone comes and sits here for some reason.
Let's sit here for a minute.
Oh, you also want to sit?
Roll a joke.
Okay, you want to sit. So that's why I'm sensing someone sitting there. It's us sitting here. Alright, you do your thing. Let me do one round quick. Or you roll up. And then I just want to... Actually, no, it's not necessary. Yow! I think that's a thorn tree or something. What is this? Thorns?
Yeah, it has thorns.
Sure. And there go your dogs. So 8 minutes in. Yeah, so that probably is it. Because the thing is, when you dream, or how I dream, when I dream, whatever clues God puts in the dream, they come in one form or another the next day. So the fact that you say that you met a guy similar like that the next day, it means that it's linked. So the question is, what is he protecting? Because you're at his house, and if you think about it, there's people who go to work, that's also their second homes. Because they're there pretty much the whole day.
Yeah.
So which means it's like probably feels like you're trying to invade his house, or where he makes his money. Which means then you can probably expose whatever else is in that shop. If you go there, I think you should go there then, because clearly you're already in. From the looks of things spiritually.
Yeah, no, like I also feel it, like I'm in. For sure.
So I mean, yeah, you just have to. So what? Is it a case of that these dogs, they call you, or They wait for free spots or what?
They called me. I left them my CV when they called me. Did the interview.
Yeah.
Told them I want part-time work. So since they can do part-time, that's when I was like, okay, I'll wait.
You just come for that. Okay, 7, 8, 9. Is that dog barking at us or is it something else? Can you think it can hear us?
I was thinking that.
Yeah, I know these things are sensitive. I know these things tend to be very sensitive. Oceans. FGH. ABCD.
What's your view on white people?
I don't know. I really don't know. I'm also trying to refigure that out. Because the thing is, we grow up with one perception, then when you grow up, you learn something else different about them. So all I want to know is what their agenda is. What exactly is their agenda? We know they have taken over most of the world at this stage. You can find them pretty much everywhere. So I know that they were advanced from an early age, or they got advanced earlier than most other civilizations, which made them or allowed them to go and conquer most of the world. But now I think that's settled down. So now it's a question of now that that's settled, because not many people are conquering countries now. What is their next thing? What are they doing now? And how are they trying to reconcile, or are they trying to expand? That's my only take. So I don't know. We'll see.
But white people are trying to reconcile.
Not gonna happen. Nah, the thing is, they have too much to lose. Like you saw what they did in South Africa when the apartheid was abolished.
Even a good white person, they won't. What you're saying is right. It's too much to lose.
Yeah, it's too much to lose because they have too much money invested. And you know, when people have money invested, people get touchy with money. They get very touchy when it comes to money. So as long as there's still money out there to be made, and wealth, and be able to be called billionaires, that's a problem. There was some post that I saw. It says that there are about 2,000 billionaires in the world. Worldwide, there's about 2,000 billionaires, and only about 16 of them are black.
Shit.
So you can imagine the rest, maybe even probably some Asians, but other nations make up the majority of the money in terms of wealth. So you can imagine that they have a lot invested money-wise, and we are just now catching up. So I think maybe what we need to do is to catch up, probably.
But to catch up with that system,
Yeah.
is the best way I feel. Is go overseas, start earning foreign currencies.
Foreign currencies,
like
yeah.
a pound, you know.
Pound.
Pound, you come here. After you come here, you start a business, it's gonna be cheaper for you to start. You see?
Yeah.
And then you're gonna rack it up.
Makes sense.
That's how they all do it, I feel.
Yeah, because the foreign currencies are stronger, or they make them stronger actually.
So it's like wherever you are, even if you're both there, not because you're from there, if you go somewhere else, you have money.
Yeah.
Times 15. So a pound is times 20.
Yeah.
20 something, 22, 1, I think.
So it's actually better to earn overseas and then come back locally.
I even saw it from a friend actually, like him. People get dollars, man.
Yeah.
I said, I didn't know this, he's living nice. And they send him money. It's a lot.
It's a lot of money, the exchange rate. But even the stuff like that, where you're the strongest the strongest currencies right now, obviously, it's gonna be like the Dubai, whatever, rupees or whatever. No, Dubai is rupees, India. I forgot what they have. What is Dubai again? Not currency, that is.
I'm not sure.
I've even forgotten now. But obviously, that's probably one of the strongest currencies in the world. But that's just because of who they are. But besides that, it still goes back to your Swiss, to your dollar, to your pounds, and maybe even to the yen in China there. So again, these predominantly previously white kind of places is where the currencies are strongest. Obviously the UK is where they began and then expanded from there.
Also, you rate. Okay, so but you rate. It's either gonna reconcile or just expand. But if that's the case, they're gonna just expand.
They're gonna expand, yeah, because that's how they make their money,
When we
by
have to
growth.
start playing the game ASAP.
That's what I'm saying, man. You gotta catch up. That's no butterfly then.
Yeah.
But there's a lot to catch up. So the question is, how do we close that gap? How do we close that gap? What do they know that we don't? Or what do they have, actually? Let's put it like that. What do they have that we don't currently, if anything?
A head start.
Just a head start, because we have the same knowledge as them now.
So now a white person can't tell me smarter than me.
Yeah, the knowledge was
Just
have caught
go
up.
to the library and you can gain,
Read some books there.
even a YouTube video.
Yeah, but do you think
Just
that
the head start.
the stuff that they, like, let's talk about, for instance, for Masons, for instance, do you think that they would put out all their knowledge out there? Don't you think, because their organizations are based on secrecy, on things that they're doing underground or behind closed doors, don't you think that there are places where they keep certain secrets? Like, like even the Vatican, because they are the biggest church worldwide. Apparently there's libraries within the Vatican, books that are not accessible to the public. Certain knowledge, certain things about scripture, certain things about Jesus even, that only they themselves know, but the public doesn't. So I think, or don't you think, that there are certain things which they're allowed to go public and other things which they keep to themselves, and that's what they benefit from, their secrets,
For sure.
their own knowledge.
Also, what kind of information do you think there is there?
That's the question. That's the thing, but only they would know then. Only they would know. So maybe let's start finding out to see, is there anything that they have or that they know, that they contain, that could help or change the situation, or is it just a case of they're hiding nothing that is relevant? So this wind is starting to move now.
Oh, last time I saw a snake, it was eating a frog. Was it Durban?
Is it Durban?
Yeah, yeah. Eating a frog. It was a venomous snake.
So then that question I was asking you about, that guy who catches snakes in Durban, now comes to this, what you're saying about the snake that you saw that was in Durban. It's linked somehow, so we might actually see one today, or maybe it's in the spirit, I don't know. Because there's a guy that I was inviting to come with us today, and he says that he's probably going to go to KZN. That's why I couldn't make it. But again, that's Durban, that's snakes or serpents. So, Saraya, maybe we'll do something related to that or similar. I don't know. Don't you want to do half there, and then we'll do half when we get the top? Is there a top here, by the way?
For sure. There's two more. Yeah, what do you mean the top? Top is the mountain, I assume. From my days of hiking,
Yeah. Yeah, I can do half here and then we can.
Right, in fact, I even needed just sit down to roll. The rest could have been walking.
But we need this house. I see someone sitting here, but it looked like it was us who were sitting here. So either way, we had to rest here, for whatever reason. And give the spirit some time to catch up.
Oh yeah,
At the party.
whenever you want.
Ah, we.
I've got mine here, and even if you want to hold it, but it's lighter for you.
Sure. Some water. Somebody was actually explaining that these ant hills, the guy who I was supposed to bring today is Paddy.
What?
He's a Paddy guy. He was explaining that these ant hills are actually very spiritual in their culture. They represent their ancestors.
I think I heard something like that.
Yeah.
So, and I wanted to ask, you see those, right on the hill there?
Which hill?
There, ants.
Oh, that side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, maybe also sometime. Okay, maybe I guess I do see some stuff in reality sometimes. So I was walking my dog there.
By the hill.
I saw these two ladies. Yes, I don't know why, but when it popped up, yeah, I was scared, yo. I'm thinking how obvious I to fight these women. I'd beat them. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Obvious, but I won't get there. But I'm thinking, why am I so scared right now?
And you're in a fight
Yes.
mode now. There's two of them.
Yeah.
Do you remember what they're wearing?
Dog, I decided to move away. I'm like, hey, that's too much. So I go, I'm standing somewhere else. Now I feel itchy. Now these people are coming closer. Hey. And the way they looked, it was scary. They had these things also, look like knives.
In the natural?
Yeah.
Or you're saying in the spirit now?
I saw them. I mean, I don't know, sometimes I'm in natural spirit. or if I saw it, seeing right or what. I know they had knives. And they were both dressed in blue.
Mm.
Busy walking. Had these things, they look like knives. So I went further there. Then I saw this also, what I was to ask, a pile of rocks.
Yeah.
There on the hill. Have you seen those?
Like somebody put them there kind of thing? No, I haven't seen that.
What? There's gang. And they all have such a weird vibe. So then anyways, said a little prayer then. Cause it was just so weird. And then I had to go back down the same way. Past there. I was like, let me go. Past there, buddy. As I get closer, I see this old woman, Then the closer I got, I saw she was like wearing clothes, like normal clothes. And it just seemed like I was tripping even more. I'm thinking, I do know which these things, Yeah. So either way, I was like, I just have to fight here. And she was making convo.
With you?
Yeah.
Because the way that you see the person with the weapons is how I see, like a normal person, like you, who's walking around. I can see you in the natural, that you are just like you, BK, now. But then the same way that you're seeing those knives or those weapons or whatever they're carrying in the spirit is also what I detect around people. Yeah, there's a rock there. There's something in here actually. Because you looked there, and then after you looked there, then you tripped on the rock. And you're speaking about rocks. There's actually a spirit. There's a spirit that resides in here. Some kind of a tokolosh type thing. So there's something here. Kerandre Embrade. But it says I don't operate during the day. So probably at night it comes and does its own thing there. There's actually a lot of spirits this side. But you can sense it, but you can't see it. So now you need to activate the part of you where you can actually see what you're sensing. Because right now all you're doing is your spirit senses. So yeah, so that's what happens with me. I can see you, and I also can see what you're carrying in the spirit. Whether it's weapons, whether it's snakes, whether you're moving with witchcraft or demons or angels or whatever the case may be. That's how I see. But I had to train myself to do that. So you probably have to train yourself as well to see beyond the natural, to increase the gift. Increase the gift. So how do you think you can do that? Yeah. Yeah, those are really some nice houses, man. To increase the gift, increase the gift, increase and multiply. Birds are chirping. Ah. Yarmanda redarte re Armando. Itir
It's a YouTube video.
terrore. Yero? Yes, sir. Let me see how much battery life I have. Not much. It's for my channel there. Is
You were saying something.
increase the gift, yeah. Increase your. There's this scripture I heard in the Old Testament. I think it was Elisha. I always confuse Elijah and Elisha sometimes. But Elisha, I think I told you sometime you need to read on Elijah. Long time ago. Prophet Elijah. But anyway. So they were being attacked, these guys, né? Like in the physical, they were being attacked. There were some people there that wanted to kill them. And so Elisha had his servant there saying, we are outnumbered. We are in trouble, basically.
Oh, the chariot of fire.
Yeah. So yeah, he says, so I don't know whether he laid his hands on the guy or he just spoke a word over him, but he said, he asked the Lord to open up his eyes so that he could see into the spirit. And then when he saw into the spirit, that's when he saw that there were angels around them. And the angels around them were more than the enemy that was trying to attack them. So that scripture made me realize that to see in the spirit, either someone has to activate it for you, or you just need to pray about it, that God can show you those things. Because Elisha could see the angels. That's why he wasn't afraid. But this guy wasn't able to see it. That's why he was afraid. So I don't know for you whether it's a case of you need to pray to see these things, or if it's a case of do you think you're ready to see those things. If you saw a spirit walking around here, wouldn't you freak out? Wouldn't it be a bit much? I just want to stand on this thing for a second. I just want to see what I can see on this side. These man-made things. Can you hear that water is... the sound that water is making? It's quite nice, actually. Zarambre de zero. Imerte nandre erkio. Irtert. Shertemar. Kerar tivendra erkidia. Yeah, I think it's just about activating the gift, most likely. Activating the gift.
I think we're one of the very few people that started by taking this way.
Who?
Us.
Probably. Which is even better. Normally go, yeah, then the people like to take routes which are already common. That's why the best way for you is to move in an uncommon way, because then you you see more, you experience better. Instead of following what somebody else did before you. Actually, even God used to do that to me, because I used to read up these prophets in the Bible and I said, I want to move like that. I want to move like Elijah. Or I want to move like Moses. Or I want to move like Jesus. Or any of those people. But God says, Moses was Moses. Elijah was Elijah. Jesus is Jesus. They've come and they've gone. If he wanted them in this time, then he was going to bring them back. So we can learn from them, but we don't necessarily have to move like them. You can move like you, or I can move like me, and we can still achieve a lot more. There's actually something up on these mountains. I can see it, it's moving in that direction on this hill. I know there's one on that side, but God says don't touch the one on the right. I think that one is a bit too big. But on this mountain, this is a nice rock. Sitting by this tree here.
Something else, eh?
The view that side?
Yeah.
It's quite nice there. We will get there, I don't know. So this is some kind of an intersection here. And I'll put this. Yep. It's massive, but who needs that much space though, is the question.
Yeah.
Do people really need all that much space?
That's right.
Going up, all the way up. Nothing can stop me all the way up. There I.
Hey, so did you check out that guy King Parker?
King who?
Parker.
From where? Are you looking for the lizard?
I don't know, it's instinct. I just do that sometimes.
Oh,
Well, that's what I've noticed about myself.
I really like these creatures here. King Baka.
Child in me, you know. I just want to check you. Yeah, King Parker. So he. You haven't seen that video?
It's a bee.
Nah, those things leave larvae inside of you.
Inside of you?
Yeah.
Serious?
And you don't feel the sting.
So they sting you?
From what I heard.
Yeah. King Baka. I never even heard that
He
name.
took out a chocolate from a woman.
Chocolate?
Made her give birth on the spot.
This is a video.
Yeah, he did in a video too. It goes there by those waters of ancestors, does things there.
Yeah, this guy on YouTube.
Yeah, he's there too.
Okay. It's crazy.
That guy.
So the woman gave birth to a whole demon there.
Yeah, she was taking it out, he said.
And he's recording this stuff.
Who else can do this? What in daylight? Hey, what? He talks gang, man.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he does everything he says.
He backs it up.
Yeah. So I guess but he says like, hey, he calls niggas out, like, hey, also if they want to do things, they must do it. I mean, to do that, you must have balls, you know?
Yeah, you need to start somewhere. And you need to be able to see in the spirit as well, because those are spiritual things now. But to say you're bringing them out into the natural, that is weird. Okay, I'll go check him out. Maybe when I get home, you can send me his link or something. But someone was telling me that sometimes you're actually not supposed to record the spiritual things that you encounter.
Really?
Some people say, I know Kayemi likes to tell me a lot about that. Don't record them.
Okay, I kind of see. Because I also, my aunt says where she's kind of from, man.
Yeah.
These white things on the mountain.
Yeah, because then again, there's a lot happening there.
But I also saw them close whatever. Also, they told him not to talk about that stuff.
Yeah. They seem to build off, I don't know, I just stepped on something and they say, the spirit says it's a different realm here. I can feel like it's water here. It's getting heavy. I don't know if it's because we're closer to the clouds or just closer to the top, but the spirit says we're in a different environment. There are some spirits starting to move here now that I can sense. Yeah, you're not supposed to record them. You're not supposed to talk about it. Even this thing on Bigfoot. You know, I never believed in Bigfoot, ne? And then there's this guy called from Expedition Unknown on one of these channels. And he did a whole segment on Bigfoot, man. Now, the reason I like watching this guy is because he doesn't take eyewitness accounts or what people think that they saw. He actually looks for science. He looks for proof. He looks for something tangible. So prior to watching that thing, I was like, this Bigfoot thing. Why isn't anybody taking a proper picture, Nje? Why are the pictures always so fuzzy, like aliens? Why are the pictures always so fuzzy? So he did a whole expedition on it. And the things that he was showing convinced me to say, no, this thing is not, this thing is not a myth. There's so much proof out there beyond the fuzzy pictures. He found skulls, he found fragments, bone fragments. There's a monastery in one of those places, like a mosque or a monastery type thing, you know, this where these monks stay. Yeah, so these monks, they took him inside to this place where they don't let anybody in, but for some reason he convinced them. And they show him a whole head there of some creature that these people have never seen before. Can you hold this one? And you know what this reminds me of? Have you seen Poseidon or Aquaman moving the waters? Because I know we're moving into waters now. These spirits are moving in a different way. Yeah, so this guy showed him this head. And he was like, what in the world is this? What creature is this now? So it made me realize that no, this thing, there's more to it than meets the eye. Where's your spirit pointing you? Or you're just looking? No, there's something that's pulling. For me, it's there. You know, can you see that building that side? Where's Monash, by the way, from here? It's on that side. That building that side there. That grey one in the distance.
That's like round shaped on top.
Yeah. That big building is where there's a spirit there. There's a massive spirit there.
How does it look like underwater?
It is water. No, we're waters now.
Precipitation also.
Yeah, these are waters. This is what people call water spirits now. So it's not necessarily water, like underwater. Like even this is water. Remember, like you're saying, precipitation. There's water all around us. It's just we can't see it. Even in the clouds, there's water there. This is all water.
And I think even a normal person now wouldn't be able to see it, because don't you see the blueness?
Yeah, it's quite blue actually, you're right.
And if you look at the distance there, it's not clear that you see straight onto the brown.
Yeah.
They're blue.
And it looks like even, because if you can think about it, there's something behind those, like even the distance. Okay, those mountains you can see. But there are ones further ones you can't see. It's like they're hidden behind a cloud of sort. So there's actually a lot of hidden things, but they're there. You just can't see them. So yeah, we're in waters now. Trust me. That's why I feel like I'm in Aquaman. Alright, let's go up. Even though I know God says we're not ready for what we're about to encounter. We'll have to. There's two of us. Usually I'm doing this one man, and when it's one, it's crazy. But if it's two, then they will think twice about attacking. I think these, what are these at the top? It's just a plant. There was wasp. Protea plants. We'll drop this when I get to the top there, so I don't have to carry them. But yeah, so this is actually waters. So this is what, when people say water spirits or marine spirits, many of them think, like even that packet there, you know, that's a water spirit, right? That, yep. You can even see it's blue there. It's actually a water spirit. There's one here. There? That's a spirit.
Oh.
Can you see that? So the box is on that side, and the actual cigarette is that side. Yeah, you can grab it. But that is part of a water spirit's tobacco. Grab it. That's your flow there. Say grab it.
No, I'm not gonna smoke.
No, not to smoke it, just to hold it.
Okay.
Just to hold it. Expert de vero. So yeah, so some of these things then, that's just confirmation. These water spirits, what they do, again, the normal one that you know of is when they come and they sleep with you. So they take on a form of men or women, and they come and they sleep with you. That's the one that people know most of. The other one is that one of, you've heard that before, the sleep paralysis, where there's a spirit that's coming over you and it paralyzes you, and you know you can't move, you can't wake up. Yeah.
But it's like you're already awake. That's the weird part.
No, you're awake, you can sense it, you can feel it, but you can't move, you can't do anything about it. That is also a spirit. So similar, it just moves in a different way, but still a water spirit. Some of them bring nightmares, but the biggest one is obviously the lust, the sex, and the addiction. That one is the more common one, because that's how they reproduce inside of you. Waters.
They produce inside of you.
Yeah, they produce after. So, like that woman with the tokolosh you were speaking about, that this woman birthed something. Yeah. So within you, once they intimate with you, they give birth to something spiritual. And then those eggs or those creatures either stay with you, or they end up growing up and going to other places. So they actually use men to multiply. They need us to multiply, actually. That was the thought I was thinking now, but it's disappeared. But yeah, back in the days, remember they said that angels of God or the sons of God came to the daughters of man and they birthed giants. There's a scripture about that, where those giants came from. So it's actually possible for spirits to be intimate with men, even now. But right now, from what I've seen, they do it mostly while you're dreaming or asleep. But even this thing that was speaking about last time with those guys from Monash there, about these kids who are using snakes to have intimacy with these women, and then it produces money. So again, the snake itself is not there. The snake is just being used as a vessel for whatever spirit is inside the snake. And then it uses that to multiply itself. So in the case, it multiplies money to some extent. So, those are the spiritual things for you. Rock avalanche. Magaliesburg. Whew. Can you feel that it's different here? You can also see from the way that the way it scopes down and then out. It's a different angle. So now here it looks like we're actually looking down and then out. Sartemon, Ker de Braille. There's not much to actually encounter here. I think maybe it's because there's 2 of us today. Or we just came on the wrong day, I don't know. I'm thinking we need to get to that ridge there, so we're going to have to go off track a bit, yeah? Are you fine with that?
Say again?
So we're going to have to go off track a little bit. To that side, that ridge there. Yeah, there's nothing to see here for some reason. Can't tell why. It's nice though, eh? It is nice. So we're going off the Arkidok Kerkine Kiner Karakdo be Ir Kirart Vero Kiner Kinark de Gria Entreich gnemer. Enknegde enre tinech gde. Enknskne engre breero. Irtoferch gne engri. Irindri grier. Irreiner keverto brosh kedar. Mezer teber. Teber fenero. Shernever temara. Tamara nikner. Terede breiro. Pesk breiro. Irai. Zeharu. Mazor. Orbiar. Peor divendo. Gier tibera. Bier tienro. Ser tebar. Barrei ser tebar devar. Englar dobesh kedari. Yeah. This rock is stuck. Ger terror. Eroi merai. Sherar. Merar tovaru. Sherar. Gizar tebar. Kerai. Kenehar kedora. Karai. Kerador. Error debar. Derar temendre geredeya. Shar. Herrar. Herrar, herrar, herrar. Shemar devero. Shirar, pirar. Sher never. Nevara, nevara. Nevara, nevara. Nevara, nevara. Kirai. Shinar, kinesh. Kinesh, kinesh. Sibor divan. Zeron de Gero. Genero, Genero. Are you coping there?
Yeah.
Genero, Genero. Barrie, Perai. Perai, Perai. Chaos, Knahai. Skin trachea, bro. Where's that plane? He's behind the clouds. Getting a bit dizzy now. Huh? Is it above us?
Yeah.
I can see nothing. I can hear it.
I saw it. You see when I did this?
Yeah.
Pointing literally at it. Now it's moving. It's like basically behind the clouds.
It's hiding in the clouds. Hiding in the clouds. Shirar. Pirai Skinaro. Yo. I am encountering or feeling some resistance here. There's something pushing back. Something or something or somebody pushing back. Pushing back, pushing back. It's like a different terrain though, yeah? Sherar. Shamar Tofero. Some kind of I think it's like rabbits or something, yeah?
Yeah, could be a rabbit.
Rabbits are those
Besties.
some kind of a creature. Sheoria Zierra Dosea. You don't know how to sing in tongues yet, yeah? Just see how much better I have. I know it's not much. 22. Shearia Zorarieru. Zeo Arieri. Shauriari. Shauriar. Shauri bar. Searieros. Woo! Just tripped. Which means there's a spirit here. Let me try and come up behind it. Igartevor. But there's many. Kerai Skineroi. Kerai, you can drop it, eh? You don't need it no more. Penartidar. Enkteke Brody. Io star Deborah. Deborah. Woo! Shanai Kneskenaro. Sher Zebora. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's a different spirit here. Gerard Deborah. A whole house. And multiple houses. That's why I heard that there's multiple.
Oh, this is the Kruger's right here.
This Kruger's job.
Yeah.
Sarai Merora. Mertedondre de Rey. Chardevar. Do you know what school that is there? It's rugby fields.
Yeah, I visited someone in that street.
So you've been there?
That's not by a school.
By close.
Inside, but I was like right by it.
The wind is starting to get stronger here. Sharandro. There's definitely something on this side of the world. Sherei. Mer Tibora. Do you have enough energy to go a little bit more this side? Still good. It's downhill after this anyway. Oh, hold up, there's a red car here. Just want to see. Still good. Just want to see what's going on here. I saw a red car moving in the distance on the street. Whoa! And I just tripped again. There's something about this house here. What do you think about this White House? Aside from the bird droppings on it. And the torn curtains. There goes the red car going past that house now. What do you sense? What do you hear? Something is definitely not right though. It's fine, we'll come back to it. Kerombe, let us roam. Ertemar Tigero. There's animal spirits up here. You can see a black cat, but one bigger, so almost like a jaguar. Sherar Tivertenre Keroshkero. There's a group of 3 spirits. Shemar Tevero over there. There's a broken entail here, Shentroy, and some other creature. Don't know what that is for. You know, that's how they track animals back in the days. If you see now the Khoisan or the hunter-gatherers used to track animals. Let's go like this. Like with the bird droppings and the footprints when they're going hunting. Yeah, they use stuff like that. The droppings, the footprints, sense of smell. Gerard Tivero. You can move up like this. I'm just gonna go down this way. I'll catch up to you, Sebora. Kerai kinombre skedi. Jiproner kidora. Jipro de kinora kinera korobris. E by rendre, my spirit is now taking over. It's pulling me. It is pulling me in bar tevora. There's a ridge on this side that I need to get to. Shabore, Emporski di Vihiro, Meisk Nahara. I'm hearing poverty in the spirit, but there's wealth here, particularly with this yellow house. I'm hearing the word poverty, yet we're in a place of wealth. So I'm just trying to figure out how poverty ties in with this place. Unless they're just pretending to have money that they don't have, potentially. Kirar te diski brodi, share te brode rar. It's a very nice house here. Shenera Risora Barie. A dream house for many people. But at what cost does it come? But it is a beautiful house nevertheless. Enkar de Bor de Vero. Alright, this is where I'm gonna stop my video. Thank you for watching, for following, for listening, for coming along on this journey with me. At Sisulu Gardens. Parene Skinar Tovero. The Lord says I need to release a blessing onto you for multiplication of wealth. Multiplication of wealth. There's no reason why you cannot have a place like this. Let me get closer. God can give you this. It won't hurt him, nor would it mess up or break your ministry if you owned a house or property like this. The issue is not your wealth. The issue is what you do with it. The issue is your heart. Your heart, your heart, your heart. So may the Lord give you the wealth that you desire. But may your heart be with God throughout your journey. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Be blessed. Sarado.